Hello friends, how are you? I'm Laylee. I'm glad to be with you again. Have a seat, make yourselves comfortable and dim the lights. Because today I want to tell you a true story that will truly give you goosebumps. Imagine a wealthy and influential family with a large, sprawling ranch in southern Oregon where the winds howl through the tall trees and dark, mysterious secrets are hidden. But these secrets don't come from Hollywood movies, they come from real life. A story about family betrayal, greed, and a murder that blurs the line between reality and acting. Are you ready? Let's get started. But be careful, this one is truly scary. First, let me introduce you to Shane Morgan. Shane was born in 1953 in New Jersey, the middle child among 5 siblings. His father was an admiral in the Navy, so the family moved around constantly like nomads. After high school, Shane went to California to study law. He became a lawyer at UC Hastings, but his heart belonged to books. Instead of working in court, he opened an antique bookstore. In Northern California, surrounded by the scent of old paper and his forgotten stories. Shane was someone who followed his dreams, not society's pressures. Until after the year 2000, when his father was diagnosed with ALS, Shane dropped everything. He went to his family's big ranch in southern Oregon. He became his father's full-time caregiver. He did the shopping. He would lift his father from the wheelchair and take him to the bath. He even took care of the ranch. A true brother and a quiet hero. Now her sister Kaimor enters the scene. Kaimor was 4 years younger. She had studied at UC Berkeley. She became a successful lawyer in Los Angeles. She even represented Anna Nicole Smith. She married the actor Daniel Reed at the time, and together they wrote the book Deadly Drug, which became a bestseller and was adapted into a TV movie, but it didn't bring them success. Their marriage was full of fights and arguments. Daniel said our home was like a war zone. They got divorced in 2000. Kelly got full custody of her 3 children and moved with them. To ease the family hardship, their parents bought her a separate house and gave her money every month. So Kelly stopped working and focused all her attention on the kids, especially the oldest one, Eileen Tucker Moorehead, whom everyone called Tucker. Tucker loved the stage since childhood. He acted in local theater productions. He sewed most of his own costumes. He styled his own hair, a true stage mom. Tucker shone at Iceland High School, which had an excellent theater program. In her yearbook, she wrote, "If all else fails, I'll marry a rich Hollywood producer, preferably one with a summer house on the Cape." She was bold. Mother and daughter, along with Tucker's younger sister, wrote a young adult book series called Amber House, and Tucker narrated its audiobook. At 19, Tucker moved to Los Angeles, studied at USC, but something happened. She claimed her ex-boyfriend had raped her. She started a campaign, gave an interview to CNN, wrote an op-ed, but the university committee found no evidence. Her boyfriend sued her. Tucker dropped out and in 2013 returned to Oregon to be with Kelly. Here, the story becomes history. Money ruined everything. The father died and the mother left a will. She said the inheritance should be split equally between Shane and Kelly. Kelly was supposed to get the house, but she kept taking money from their mother without working. $100,000. They put the burden of the inheritance on Shane, but all the expenses went to Kelly. He was upset. Their mom was being taken advantage of. One of the brothers tried to stop her, Kelly with a fireplace poker. The fight escalated so much that Kelly even wanted to sell all the growing trees to the lumber yard. Shane stopped her because it was illegal. The arguments got worse over the years. 2016. During an argument that became heated, Shane accidentally threw a can of gasoline, which resulted in a sudden crash that startled everyone in the room. The unexpected noise and the dangerous nature of the incident left the other person feeling frightened and unsettled. Because of this, she decided to press charges against Shane, formally accusing him of assault due to his reckless actions during the confrontation. She got a restraining order and Shane was arrested. The peak of the tension started when Kelly tried hard to write a new will so that if anything happened, Shane wouldn't inherit. Shane found out. He convinced their mother to sign the immediate division deed. Half of the estate went to Shane, without the negative influence of Kelly. On July 26, 2016, Carla came to the estate. The atmosphere was very tense. Inside the house, Kelly and Law were sitting at the table. Tucker was standing quietly in the corner and a gun was hidden under a towel on the table. Shane was outside. Because of the restraining order, he couldn't come in. Kelly shouted. She tore up the deed. Shane approached the door to talk. Kelly closed the door. Tucker grabbed the gun, went toward the door, and bang! The bullet hit Shane straight in the chest. Shane fell on the porch and started bleeding. Carla called 911, but Kelly kept holding the gun and said, "I don't want to do CPR, I want him to die," and screamed, "Die, die, die." Imagine Shane in the last moments of his life hearing his sister wishing for his death. It's horrifying. Shane's friend tried to help, but Shane died. A single shot to the heart. The police came and interrogated Tucker and Kelly. Tucker said it was an accident. I didn't know how the gun worked. But earlier that day, Shane had called 911 saying that Tucker was practicing with a gun. I'm afraid something might go wrong.
I could get a sheriff out here. I'm expecting a notary public to be here at 2 o'clock to 2:30. And I don't want any trouble with my sister's over in the house. Her kid fired off a gun over there this morning. I'm afraid my sister's going to try to stop the notary public, and that's what I'm afraid of, and I don't want any trouble.
Kelly remarked, "I am glad he's dead. He wanted to kill me." But the big twist was that Tucker himself had actually recorded the scene and had it on his phone. The video showed that Shane wasn't banging on the door. Tucker fired directly without any warning. Even when he realized Shane was still alive, he said, "Give me the gun so I can finish him off." The police upgraded the charge to murder.
This is a grant deed? Oh, this is not great song. Do you know? No. It was that's not a great song. He's coming into the house. God damn it. Pick up the gun. She's not signing a grant deed, Shane. I thought it was a bill. She's not signing a grant deed. You son of a bitch!
At first, Tucker surrendered on a charge of manslaughter. Right after Shane's killing on July 26, 2016, but after the video was found on his own phone showing the shooting was intentional, the charge was upgraded to first-degree murder. They determined bail at the sum of $2 million, but his family, his mother, quickly paid it in cash, and Tucker was released. This release actually led to one of the strangest parts of the story. Filming for the movie From the Dark in the year 2016 meant that Tucker's bail hearing was scheduled in such a way that his trial would officially begin in January of 2019. The bail hearing was like a mini trial with witnesses, evidence, and a lot of drama. The judge was Patrick Michaels, the prosecutor was Jason McKenzie, and Tucker's lawyer was Christopher Terry. The key witness in the trial, Tucker's mother, took the stand and once again portrayed Shane as a violent and dangerous individual. In court, she said, "Shane wanted to kill me. I told Tucker to bring a gun because I was scared." She even claimed that Tucker took the gun from her hands. "Because I am half blind and had a prosthetic leg," but the video contradicted everything. It showed that Shane wasn't banging on the door and Tucker fired directly without any warning. One of the prominent filmmakers believed that Tucker was only acting in self-defense. He wanted to support Tucker, but after watching the video in court, he changed his mind and was shocked by the reaction. When the judge denied Tucker's bail due to the risk of flight and strong evidence, Tucker screamed, fainted, shouted, "I'm dying, God," and then the officers had to carry him out. The sound of his terrifying screams could be heard down the hallway. The judge even said that if you don't behave, I'll throw you out of the courtroom. Many people say this was just an act because Tucker was an actor, and it was similar to scenes from his movies. I think it was definitely an act. What about you? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Tucker was held without bail, and the case went to a full trial. But in the year 2020, the COVID pandemic changed everything. The main trial was supposed to start in October 2020, but the COVID pandemic brought everything to a halt. Prosecutors were worried that Tucker, with his acting background, might be able to convince the jury with an innocent face and a self-defense story. So they offered him a plea deal, and he confessed to manslaughter, first-degree manslaughter in exchange for 75 months, that is, 6 years and 3 months in prison with no minimum mandatory time, 18 months probation before prison, 3 years supervision after release, and minor fines. Tucker confessed on March 20th, 2020, and Judge Ricker Stewart, who was the new judge, approved it in April 2020. So how did the families react? Shane's brothers, like Tamor, were angry and said this isn't justice. Shane was completely innocent. Cale wasn't charged with anything, even though the police suspected he was involved in something similar. Now Tucker is at Coffee Correctional Facility located in Willure. Bergen is where this incident occurred. In the summer of the year 2020, during a routine cell search, correctional officers discovered heroin and other contraband items. As a result, he was charged with a new offense that could potentially add an additional 6 months to his sentence. His release date was supposed to be November 2024, but with the new charge, it will probably be pushed to early 2025. He is still in prison. There are no reports of his release. Public records show that the parole board has requested a delay because of his bad behavior in prison. If he is released, he will have to be under supervision for 5 years and will not have the right to own a firearm. Friends, this trial was more like a Netflix series than real justice. Tucker only got 6 years for killing his uncle. While Shane lost everything, isn't it scary how a family can become so dark? What do you think? Leave a comment, like, and subscribe so I can bring you more stories that keep me awake at night. You have to be your own protector.